All right, there's been some news on the Declan Rice front. We're going to try and make sense of it. But first and foremost, I'm here with Robbie at the Claude Cup. It's really good to see you.
Yeah, no, good. We're getting ready for the Claude Cup today at the New River Sports Centre. Down here, you know what, right? There's a dome over there, yeah? See that green dome over there? A lot of times if you come down there, right, you'll see the Tottenham Hotspur youth players.
Wow.
Yeah, they're training there.
Right,
they
fair
train
enough.
in there like their development squad and that. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a bit on enemy territory, but we're good today. We're good, man. It's for a great cause, so make sure you get down here at the New River Sports Centre. Yeah, big news today, all about Declan Rice. I did Transfer Daily this morning, and I was talking about the fact that, Declan Rice has still got a choice to make. You know what I mean? It's going to boil down to him. But lots of news coming out today from various different journalists and ITKs, and even like radio stations like TalkSport, all pretty positive about Declan Rice coming to Arsenal.
Yeah, and I think what we want to do is make real sense of this, everyone, because this isn't a David Ornstein, Fabrizio Romano tweet. That's not to say that none of this is reliable. We're telling you because we believe it is reliable, but we're just erring on the side of caution as well. Now, the news originally broke that from I believe he goes by the name of ex-West Ham United employee on Twitter, supposedly very reliable and has been throughout the whole Arsenal Declan Rice saga, saying that there has been no bid from Man City. The feeling they got is that, and it's coming from various others as well, the feeling they've got is that he wants to join Arsenal ahead of Manchester City, and that now TalkSport are reporting, and this is coming from TalkSport, that West Ham United are actually actively encouraging Arsenal to make a third bid so that they can go and get this tied up. You then got people like Alex Goldberg, the first to break the Kai Havertz news. Remember, we covered that on AFTV, and I wasn't sure because, all due respect to Alex Goldberg, he's been fantastic and he got it spot on, but I wasn't really sure, I hadn't followed his work, how believable it was, but we covered it because we felt we had to. He was spot on, and he is also saying Rice wants the Arsenal move. So a lot of people, mainly in the kind of in the know space, but also backed now by TalkSport, saying that West Ham United have been told by Declan Rice he wants the Arsenal move, and it's now about Arsenal making the bid to West Ham.
Yeah, and of course West Ham, they're looking for about £100 million. And it's going to come down to money as well as Declan Rice, because it looks like if Arsenal go forth and put in £100 million or even get near to that £100 million, they can get their man, and it's still going to have to move fast. I mean, Man City are still lurking. These are still rumours at the moment. Man City are still lurking. However, it is significant that these people are coming out and saying that the person, Declan Rice himself, is saying, no, I want to go to Arsenal. Yeah. It was a similar situation last year with Gabriel Jesus, where he'd said to Arsenal, I want to come, given certain guarantees. Then at the last minute, clubs came in for him, notably Chelsea. They actually put more money on the table, is what a lot of the talk was, to try and get Jesus. But he said, no, I want to come to Arsenal. When the player wants to come, if you can then agree a fee with the club, that is when you're getting close to getting a deal like this done. Yeah. So it's looking. Today's looking good. When you compare it to Thursday, when it was all very negative and there was fans in meltdown. I was saying at that time, it's still a negotiation, right? City have entered the race. Obviously, they have to hurry up Arsenal, but it's still a negotiation.
I agree. And let's look at the flip side for a second. Di did say, even as recently as yesterday, that West Ham and Man City were getting close to agreeing a deal, that they were in advanced talks. So there are other sources that are saying a little bit the opposite. David Ornstein 2 days ago broke the news, and we know how on it he's been on the Arsenal front, saying that Man City were making a bid. Now we're hearing kind of reports counter to all that, but it's very difficult to know. This stuff is very much moving in real time. So the thing is, while this is very encouraging, but I think we all knew, and in fairness, there are actually reports Thursday night from other reporters, Steinberg as well, was saying he still wants Arsenal. That's still his preference. I think Alex Crook said it as well on TalkSport. So there's been a lot of back and forth on all this, but Arsenal have to do the deal. Now, what Arsenal can't do is basically take the mick again and go, all right, well, we're now upping it to 92 million with ridiculous add-ons or whatever, because West Ham don't have to do the deal if Man City is still there lurking and willing to put in a bid. I don't think it's a situation where Declan Rice isn't happy to play for City. He probably is. He's just said, I've given my word to Arsenal, and if they agree a deal, that is where I want to go. So it's still hanging the balance, but now over to Arsenal. And you've got to say, and I said this on the live stream when I was, obviously panicking a little bit about Man City, stealing a lead on this West Ham stuff with, Declan Rice. I said, if Edu and Arteta get this right to the point where Man City do come in and he goes, thanks, but no thanks, you have to say that is genius from Edu and Arteta for the groundwork they've done. Now finish it and get it over the line. It'll be a transfer masterclass.
Yeah, a deal like this takes a lot of groundwork.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work that would have been going on for a while where they're trying to persuade the player to come to Arsenal. Now, the deal hasn't been done yet. They haven't pulled it off yet. I said this the other day, that if the deal doesn't get done, then, it's going to be highly embarrassing for Arsenal.
Yeah.
If it does get done, like you said, then you've got to tip your hat to the team that is getting this done, because then they would have done their groundwork thoroughly. They would have been able to persuade the player. But let's be under no illusions. Manchester City, what they can offer, trophies, they can match the money. They've got Pep Guardiola. So it would be massive for Arsenal, if they could pull this one off. And obviously it's very expensive as well. It's going to be the most expensive deal Arsenal have ever done in our history.
Yeah.
So this is huge at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's still at a delicate stage, but a lot of people are saying advantage Arsenal right now.
Yeah, and what you sort of hope is that Arsenal now know what figure it is West Ham want, that they have come down enough, West Ham on their end, and gone, listen, okay, because if the reports are to be believed that they want this wrapped up quickly, then that means that they must have given indications to Arsenal what it would take to just finally get this done. Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see whether Arsenal go back and forth and use this position Rice is in to negotiate further. You'd hope not. You hope that we can get a swift conclusion, because that's what Arsenal want.
They played a blinder in West Ham, by the way. They have played a blinder, right? Because I think
both teams have, I think both have negotiated very hard.
But West Ham as well, because they've got two big teams involved here, right? And they're playing off against each other. And who's to say that some of these leaks aren't to do with West Ham? That West Ham insider guy seems to be very close to the club when you speak to West Ham fans, and some of the stuff that he's leaked out before in the past. They're playing a blinder here, and they're trying to max the amount of money they can get from him. And who blames them? He's their best player. Yeah. He's their captain. You know what I mean?
Their biggest ever sale.
Yeah, I mean, if it was us, we wouldn't want Saka going on the cheap, would we?
I agree.
So, they're doing what's right for their club. So, it's big news. It's big news, man. So, if anything happens throughout the day, we're down there at the Claude Cup. Anything happens, we will break away from that to bring you any updates. But at the moment, it seems like it's advantage Arsenal in the signing of Declan Rice, but still, we've got to be still cautious because it's still rumours.
That's what I'd say. It's looking good, but let's be tentative. That's what I'd say. All right, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. And if you are in the area, come join us. Come join us. You can buy tickets on the door at the Claude Cup. Kick off around 2:30 p.m. UK time. I know some people watching this won't be able to make that trip that quickly, but maybe some of you are.
They can donate as well. There's a GoFundMe page as well, so they can donate on that GoFundMe page if you're unable to make it down there. But it's looking all right at the moment. All the players are starting
Sun's
to come
coming
in.
out. Oof,
yeah,
okay.
So it's looking good.
All right, brilliant. We'll keep you updated, as Robbie said. We'll see you very soon.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.